We all have these little monsters living on our eyes, and I personally think it is admirable how cool we're all being about this. I mean, we all learned about this in school, right? You have these tiny little mites called Demodex follicularum living in your eyebrows and on your eyelashes. And they're obviously too small to see without some kind of magnification. Here, if you zoom in on the hair follicles, you can see their tails kind of poking out there. They don't like the light, so at night they'll come out and just kind of crawl around on your eyelids for a while, maybe, and then they just go back home. Almost everybody has them, and they are for the most part completely harmless, and in fact they eat dead skin cells and oils. They kind of are a cleaning system for your face. But my point is, we didn't even know about them until the 1800s, when some scientists were studying body oils under a microscope and noticed something moving in there, and then they looked real close and said, hey, we have monsters on our face. And I think it's cool how as a species, we just kind of rolled with it. And keep in mind, we didn't know that microbes existed at all until like 350 years ago. Like obviously somebody had to invent the microscope first. And then realized for the first time that there was an entire invisible ecosystem of these Pokemon-like characters. And doctors were having to say to their patients, okay, you know that itchy patch on your body? Yeah, it turns out there are teeny tiny little worms biting you. And in fact, it turns out that every aspect of our lives and civilization is dictated by these invisible little monsters everywhere. And there's this one parasite that causes malaria that has killed billions and billions of people over time. It statistically is probably the most lethal organism on Earth. But a lot of the other tiny little organisms that call your body home are fine. These guys probably jumped onto your face at some point in childhood. They've been there the whole time. You likely have never been inconvenienced by them even once. And your face is the only home they've ever known. They're kind of depending on you to stick around. And I just think it's nice that collectively we're like, that's right, little buddy. Hang on, we're all in this together.